Hello student, welcome back to IBS. Today we are going to discuss about few questions with regard to FP&A because I have been interviewed with a lot of person who given me so many out of many questions. I have bring a few very important questions which may be help to you while getting interview or switching from one career to FP&A. Like if you are working as an accountant or auditor, if you want to switch to FP&A, then how would be the roadmap and how you can switch your career. So these are the thing and what are the key skills are required, how interviewer are easily able to identify this candidate has experience, candidate doesn't have experience, just have a theory. Basically my course which I have designed in such a way so that maybe while giving lecture I'm trying to explain few things which you may not notice at that time. So that is why I have also designed 150 plus MCQ, so that will push you to think a particular topic which are very important. Those topic is very important because that topic will help you to stand out and in front of interviewer in that person is asking question, and you will be able to answer them very smoothly, and they will not be able to identify whether you have experience or you are theoretical experience. Since in FP&A course you might notice so many people are only giving Excel skills kind of stuff, but in interview normally Excel round would be in the last round, but before that you should have to highlight your skills and stuff in your resume as well as your while speaking. That time they will be able to identify how much experience and how qualified you are, where you are suitable or not. So these are the things you have to justify. How you can able to justify for those kind of thing, I have been trying to give you answer so that that will boost your career, and my course has designed for specifically for that. I have given a lot of theory as well as given a structure way from where what things start and where it will go and how it will go. So framework has been given as well as I have given a model. In that financial model you will be easily able to identify and get a robust experience with regard to Excel, how to do certain thing and how to create financial model kind of stuff. Stay tuned and be updated and buy this course so that you will be able to get easily you will able to easily switch your career, or you will be able to easily boost your career. Even though if you are finance analyst, but still you may not be having all these experience, so that kind of stuff that will definitely going to help you. So let's jump to the topic. And I have also given industry related stuff like what are the things which are very common while creating financial model. Suppose you are creating financial model, and if you miss those kind of stuff, or the person who is auditing your financial model, that this guy will easily identify whether you are having practical experience or not, because these are the unwritten secret which you should know before creating such kind of financial model. So that will definitely going to help you. So stay tuned and be try to understand it. And if you are getting this while scrolling, so save this video, and when you have time and when you are planning to learn, that time you may come to this YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever you are, or Udemy or at my platform, wherever you are getting this, to watch this with full dedication and try to use headphone, because maybe my audio sometime are not very good. I'm trying my best to make my audio much clear, effective, so that it will not create issue for you for while learning. So let's jump to that. Okay, so first question is normally being asked, how to switch your job from one domain to another domain. For example, if you are working as an accountant or you are working as an finance manager or auditor, so that time how you can easily switch from this to FP&A domain. So first of all, you need to have a good understanding of FP&A role. Like you have to have good research how to start through the understanding what FP&A entails, and budgeting, what is forecasting, what is financial modeling, and how to do, and what are the variance analysis, and what are the strategic planning. I'm assuming you guys must be having few of them as in skills. So out of all those things like budgeting, forecasting, financial modeling, variance analysis, for example, you have good knowledge of variance analysis, so you can highlight these kind of skills into your resume, so that will be give you a standout in front of other candidates. You at least has variance analysis related skills that will be helpful to you. If I talk about other point, identify overlaps, like recognizing overlap between accounting, auditing work, and FP&A. So these are the overlap, or the skills are very common in both the domains. So those kind of skills you can highlight as much possible. Okay. Other point is develop relevant skills for financial modeling. You need to learn the financial modeling. In my course, I have given in-depth detail about financial modeling, but that is not detailed because this is a course for finance planning and analysis. I'm going to bring a financial modeling related course that will be somewhere around 20 to 30 hours. So in that I will give more detail, but in this course I'm trying to give a few unknown or secret kind of financial model related stuff which are very important. So for those things you will get into your course, so that will definitely help you to at least make your financial model as in looking professional, and it should not look like somebody who is not an experienced candidate are making this kind of model. So that will definitely going to help you. So, and advance your Excel skills. Obviously, you have to develop your sum if, what if, VLOOKUP, sum if, and other HLOOKUP kind of stuff. HLOOKUP is very important while doing the variance analysis. That will also you will learn in your variance analysis section. If you talk about other point of view, budgeting and forecasting, yeah, if you have not been involved in budgeting forecasting, try to gain experience if possible in your within a company. Try to ask them and try to involve, try to show them your interest, that you have been interested to learn this kind of skills, so they may try to bring people inside the company because they know you personally, so they will be happy to have you in your FP&A domain. If in your company there is no FP&A domain, that is separate thing, but if the company has the FP&A domain, then you need to show your interest. Okay, so these are the area you are interested, so they will definitely consider you. Okay. If you talk about leverage your current experience, so highlight transferable skills that I have already spoken on your resume. Okay, leverage your current experience. So how you are going to leverage your current experience? You might be having few of the skills already in you, which you can highlight into your resume, which are transferable. So like that is common in your audit domain or in your accountancy domain with regard to cost cutting, cost understanding about the costing point of view. So these are common in auditing. So those kind of skills you can showcase them as a, so that they will be able to or happy to hire you, because like FP&A is the domain where you should have knowledge of accountancy, auditing, and how the budgeting and forecasting works. So all the like expense auditor, if you are expense auditor in travel and expense audit team, so that kind of auditing skills and creating report like top 10 person who is having high expense. So while doing those kind of skills, who are the outlier, who are the person who has expense more and has not generated revenue, or these kind of skills and the mindset you have developed while doing auditing, like technical question you are asking to those employee, like your company policy is to give them economic ticket, and in certain limit you may change your policy to give them for longer period of time, like more than 8 years of travel you may give leggings, or you may provide a business class ticket. So based on certain criteria you are changing. So while doing these kinds of auditing, you are developing your skills, which is very much helpful while becoming a finance analyst. Because for example, in finance analyst you have been given to create a budget for travel and expense audit team, and since you have already worked in travel and expense audit team, so you will be having a good deep insight about the information, how they are categorizing all those expenses, how they are auditing, what are their policy, what are their loopholes, and how they are controlling. So these are the things you, while creating, you will be able to bring those things into the table and give them management suggestion, how we can reduce this kind of cost, and what are the policy changes we can bring and we can suggest to internal auditor to add this kind of in your policies, that will reduce the cost. So these are the things will ultimately will boost your resume to highlight. Okay, so these are the thing is very important. So while creating budgeting and forecasting, so you will be able to give deep insight. So you already have developed this kind of skills, but you don't know. The point here is you don't know that you guys have this kind of skills which you can highlight as a finance analyst. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just bringing you one example, so that if you are accountant or you are auditor, you may think about your point of view. So what are the experience you have, and how you can utilize those experience and transfer those experience and take benefit of this experience and showcase them. You are a finance analyst. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Okay, so this is the one of the important aspect with regard to your skills, which will highlight, which you can easily highlight. Okay, so another most important point is, how will you be able to identify those, that these are my skills. For example, I have given one example for experience, but you personally don't know what are the skills which is useful for FP&A or. So that you will know while learning through this course. In this course I will give you in depth about the FP&A, right? So you know what FP&A is, what are the things are relevant for FP&A. So after learning this course, you will be able to identify what are my skills and strength I have, which I can put into my resume, so that it will boost my career and it will be helpful to jump to FP&A domain. Okay, so I'm making you assure that any person who is doing anything in any domain, even though if you are accounts payable department, still your ability and your skills will be helpful while creating financial model kind of stuff. So you can use your strength and highlight those strengths as a finance analyst. Now if we talk about showcase project involvement, like if you have been involved in project that required analyzing skills, like okay, so financial data analyzing, data crunching, improving the process, and strategy decision making, highlight these experience, okay, as much possible. And network within your company, this is also one of the important point. Network within your company, so express your interests first of all within your company, and try to create network either in LinkedIn or your friends and your colleagues, and try to talk to them and understand their with regard to FP&A, how what they are doing. Okay, fourth point is tailor your resume and LinkedIn profile. So my point is your resume should be tailored what I have spoken till now. Based on that, you have to update your resume, and how you are going to update your resume, that I will give you in after some time. And in this topic there is 2 points. First is focus on your FP&A skills that you have to identify. Okay, those kind of skills you have to showcase. Okay, I will give you few key skills that in your resume you may try to align those things and update in your resume. Include keyword which kind of keyword you will use, which is specifically related to FP&A, such as budgeting, forecasting, financial modeling, strategic analyzing. Okay, these are the things are very very important. And the sixth point is target entry level FP&A role. Okay, how will you target entry level job? For that you have to do some kind of FP&A related course. At least you should have some education certification. So if you will be able to build your base, and then only you will be able to switch your job. Look, I'm telling you, if you are in R2R, if you are in accounts payable, if you are accountant, you are doing taxation kind of stuff. So these are the thing will not give you handsome salary, I'm telling you. And these are the thing, due to automation and machine learning, these are the thing is going to wipe out after 5-6 years. So you have to develop such kind of technical skills that is not being easily challenged or been easily automated. So your job will be safe, your family will be safe. So for that you have to learn, you have to keep on learning things. So my suggestion is to enroll the course, understand and practice MCQ as much possible. That will put you to think what exactly our finance analysts think. So these are the question while giving lecture. Like till now, whatever I have spoken, you may not understand everything, but in this topic, if I ask you few question and will give you MCQ, at that time you will be forced to think. So that is very important. So practice MCQ and then give the test. And also I have written a book for FP&A. So that book you will use as in your Bible to keep on revising your skills and practice MCQ as much possible, because that one I have designed for unlimited period you can practice. And the seventh point is network and seek the mentorship. In the LinkedIn, follow me and the people who are in FP&A. Those people you need to follow and consistently watch their content. They are sharing so many cheat sheet, they are sharing so many FP&A related points. What is the difference between incremental budget and rolling forecast? What is the difference between activity based budgeting, zero based budgeting? So these are the things they will be keep on giving you. So that will be keep on updating and refreshing your skills and your understanding. That will give you more confidence. So networking and taking mentorship and one by one asking with people and getting their information, these are very very helpful. This is how you can be able to prepare yourself for interview. Okay, let's jump to the another topic. The next question is, how can I present my experience if I only have 1 or 2 years or zero experience, and how I can demonstrate that I have practical knowledge beyond just theory? Obviously you have to buy some course, practice MCQ. For example, suppose you have been asked which budget is created first, or they may ask you how to create a budget. So you will start answering like well, operating budget, I will be studying company expense historical data. Based on that, I will be split between the categorization of all the expenses, nature of expense basis, company perspective, branch perspective, view perspective. So many things you will be telling. Based on these are the things I have categorized, and I have that. Based on that, I will be able to forecast. That is correct. But when you started talking about operating budget, immediately they will think you have no practical knowledge. Immediately they will reject you. If somebody is asking what is budget or how to create budget, so you have to first give them framework from where this budget is start and where this budget will end. So budget will not start without forecasting. You have to forecast first. So you need to speak about forecasting about revenue. Okay, how to analyze data and how to analyze marketing stuff, how to understand about the management expectation. Based on all these things, we have to forecast first. So without forecasting, you cannot make budget. So these are the things very important to know only when you avail such kind of course and practice MCQ. That will help you. Otherwise, nobody will be able to tell you everything, right? Even while giving lecture, I cannot explain everything. Okay. Even though I explain everything, still you will forget, you will not understand, you may not take it in your mind, or you may not digest those things. So but after learning this course, practice MCQ, that question will force you to think. So that is why I'm keep on telling, MCQ practicing for this kind of stuff will be very helpful to create your 360-degree, or I can say all perspective. That will make you ready to crack your interview and get your dream job. And also one more point with regard to this question, if you don't have any experience, you have to mention that these are the certain skills which I have. There is chances of getting job or resume being selected. If possible, you can change your last experience. If you are working as an accountant, you can make as your experience and tell them that you have experience of. Highlight only those skills which is related to FP&A. Do not need to highlight your accountancy related stuff you are doing. You have TDS filing, you are doing GST return filing, this kind of stuff you don't need to update. You need to update those skills which are relevant to finance analyst or FP&A related, and change your current designation from accountant. You can change your experience as a finance analyst and highlight those which are relevant. Okay, so like this you can represent your resume, and I'm making you sure that you will definitely get interview calls. You will definitely get a job of 5 to 8 lakh package initially if you are joining any company. And what should I write in my resume? Showcase my experience in increase my chances of getting interview calls. This is what we are talking. Now I'm giving you the practical, what are the things you can highlight. Effectively showcase your FP&A experience on your resume, increase your chances of getting interview calls. Focus on highlight both your practical experience and relevant skills. Relevant skills I have spoken a lot. Practical experience you have to show through your relevant skills. What are the skills you already have? Okay, so you have practical experience for those skills. So if you highlight those skills, they will consider you as you have experience. Okay, so this is the only funda, or this is only the process you have. Okay, and another process I told you, you have to change your designation. This is the second that will even boost your performance of your resume to being selected. A professional summary you have to give. Finance professional with a number of experience, including hands-on exposure of finance planning. You have to mention you have experience of finance planning, skills in budgeting, forecasting, finance modeling. These are the things I'm telling you, you can straight away you can mention after completing this course. Providing actionable insight, that also you can mention once you will learn our performance analysis and financial statement review. In those chapter I have detailed discussion about how you can help management to take right decision, cost and benefit analysis, and what are the issue you found in while doing variance analysis. So those are the things you can mention it. So these are the key skills you have to have given some list of key skills like finance modeling, budgeting, forecasting, variance analysis, management reporting. Management reporting will come as an KPI. Other variance analysis related stuff. Scenario planning is something you have your target to achieve 8% of revenue. Okay, this is what target has been forecasted based on whatever the discussion or whatever it is. Now if in case bad situation, what would be our bottom line revenue forecast? Maybe they are assuming if there would be very very bad situation, still our historical data says we achieve 2% of revenue, and in case of good situation, how much we have achieved. Based on that also historical data you can forecast like 14%. So based on 3 different percentage, you have to create 3 different perform a financial model like income statement with regard to all these 3 different scenarios, and based on that you have to create your budget and balance sheet and cash flow. All these 3 statement has been created. This is first thing. Another scenario planning benefit is with regard to your operational expenses. You have to you have few things, like some are the expense which are fixed that will not be changed, and some are the variable expenses. Those expenses will be changed based on production. If you are manufacturing, if you are service industry, if any industry in which you cannot have much cost with regard to variable costs, so in those companies there must be having some recurring expenses like painting, like other office furniture changes and new computer purchase, even though old computer is still working but still you want to update or something. So these are the recurring nature of expenses. Even though if you will not use this kind of expenses, still your company will work, still you will generate profit, because the person whom you are giving service, they are not interested in your furniture, interested in your product, in your goods. If you are purchasing Maggie, you don't care about how their office is, okay, how their furniture is. You just worry about the purest form of Maggie or whatever the product you have. This is what the main intention of even the person in B2B business. If you're working with another company, they also focus in similar way. So these are the key skills: management reporting, KPI, scenario planning I have discussed. Business partnering is something like you have how much skills to discuss with marketing team and your operational team. You have to develop this kind of skills, and you don't need to move around with your finance team only. If you are in IT company, you have to go and talk to engineer department while having coffee or something. Try to understand their process, try to understand what they do, how they do, and why they do. So these are the questions you can keep on asking and get information. And if possible, you talk to your manager and they will brief you about their work, and those are the things will help you to develop your business partnering skills. Later on, when you become finance director or something, that time there is a finance business partner. In that role, your job is to understand the process of other team and get inside and try to bring root cause and issue. And they, if they are having something they are hiding from company, so while discussing you will understand, right? And that you can put into the management. I'm not telling you to cheat with anybody, but for example, in construction business, there is people who normally try to increase their expenses while creating budget. So if you are giving them 100,000 CR of project, so they will try to boost you so that you will give them 10-20 CR extra, so that will play as a cushion. That is their job. But when you will partnering with them, you will know what are their marginal or absorption costs, what are their normal tendency of shortage of raw material damage kind of stuff. So when you involve in their business, then only you will able to develop this kind of skills, and that you can bring into the table. That as per my prior experience, or you will have your historical data also. These are the things will help you to identify what are the cushion they are using, and diverting us to create correct budget. That is why your budget versus actual have a lot of huge variance. So when you understand about the business and their nature, their expenses, their team, how they are doing, so then they will be able to create a very realistic budget. So that will help management to target more strategically, because they know if you have predicted their cost would be this much, so they will assume that will be almost similar. Maybe 1 or 2% difference will come, but almost similar. So they can stick to that, and they can easily use their other cash in other project. They can even do FD or something, so they will generate revenue. But if they are having 20 CR which you have planned, as in maybe they will need, maybe they will not need, so you will have to keep those fund into your bank, right, as an emergency fund. So but if you are having good confidence and you have learned all those their stuff, so you will be able to take out this fund and invest somewhere else. So that will definitely generate some kind of profit, and that will help to boost their net profit. So these are the leadership skills you will have to develop. Now, if I talk about professional experience, how will you highlight into your resume? You have to mention your company name, job title, and date from period to which period, and highlight relevant in a responsibility which you are, maybe as an auditor or as an accountant you are doing, but relevant to FP&A, then you can highlight. And no need to mention here as an auditor or something. You can mention a finance analyst and highlight relevant skills which related to FP&A, which are not relevant to this. Even though you have knowledge, as an auditor or as an accountant, you don't need to. If you are filing GST return, they are not required. Okay, so you don't need to update here. Okay, so develop and manage annual budget. Okay, quarterly forecast. These are the things. Collaborating with department head, all the department what I was talking to discuss with engineering team. So likewise, department head, you have to collaborate. Okay, to align with financial goal. Your budget will be aligned with the company and management financial goal. Okay, perform detailed variance analysis, identify key driver and performance, and providing insight to senior management. Obviously, you have to identify the issues which you find through variance analysis, and providing insight to management. When you do variance analysis, you will find which are the red flags. Created financial model to evaluate potential business opportunity and provided recommendation based on scenario analysis. So these are the things are also important. You can highlight. So like this way, you have to update your experience. Achievement, you have to include any achievement which is, even though as an accountant you have achieved, but if it is relevant to FP&A, you can mention it. Like reduce forecasting error by X percentage through implementing new forecasting model. That also very important. Cost saving, if you are travel and expense auditor who did something change in your policy, or you have an idea that these are the way we can reduce cost, even though if you have not implemented, you are working as an accountant, nobody is going to listen to you. Okay, so still you have not implemented, but you have idea that will be helpful, and you have confident. So those kind of cost cutting related idea you can mention as an you have implemented this. So this kind of thing you can mention. Not only budgeting process, even though you have reduced some operating process, like you have worked with in the ERP implementation, like bot system implementation that help to process invoice automatically. So when there was hundreds of employees were working on invoice process, now only 10 people are managing things. So this kind of thing has huge impact in their net profit. So this kind of thing you can mention. As in education and certification, you have to mention. You have to take some course. Obviously, you have to project. If you have any project, you can describe it here. For example, led a project, developed a dynamic financial model. You can mention a project like ERP implementation, or do implementation, or any SAP implementation, or bot system has been implemented. Work with in procurement team and implemented something which help to reduce the cost. So this kind of project you can mention. They can easily feel that you have capability and capacity to think beyond the limit, and you have ability. I think I have done for the day. We'll see you into the next session. Make sure to like, share and subscribe. If you are in LinkedIn, follow me. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe and comment any of your questions, so that I will try to bring new session and give answer to your question.